What's up, everybody? There's a hole in my head. Multiple holes in my head. I've been getting other people's relationships rammed into me. Repeatedly. I'm the 10th round draft in a polycule. And I don't know if you know this, guys, but every year there is a polycule draft. Every year up in Portland, Oregon, the greatest polycules from across the nation, we all meet in one giant, stinky craft beer brewery. It's a beautiful event. Not all the franchise players can be there. In fact, a lot of the franchise players from the polycule don't show up because their contracts are locked and they're going to be there for a while. Typically, it's only administrative roles from the polycule that show up to the draft to welcome new draftees into the franchise. But it's a huge deal. People of all genders, shapes, and sizes across this country, they sit with bated breath in front of their phone with their families, hoping, praying, please. Folks, obviously, I am not the 10th round draft in a franchise polycule. I'm the team owner and president of the polycule.
Wait, I have to interrupt. I have to. I know you're sick of it. I'm doing stand-up comedy on the East Coast this week. If you want to come see me, I'll be in New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and DC. Philadelphia is almost sold out. New York and Boston are filling up pretty good. DC, you told me to come back. Where are you? Buy a ticket now at noelmillerlive.com. Hope to see you there.
I have been getting other people's relationships rammed into my ears repeatedly. Did you guys see that lady on TikTok who went viral for just trauma dumping her and all her friends boning each other? Did you see that one? She goes into explicit details. I mean, like, very, very personal stuff. Things like, and to my friend, Jimmy Buffett, your kids stink. The gap in your kid's smile is disgusting. Not because of the way it looks, but because when he eats macaroni and cheese, he likes to slurp noodles through the middle. And macaroni shavings get stuck on the roof of his mouth. And I would know, because I talked to him up close, and his breath always smells like old cheese. And it only smells that way because you don't make him brush his teeth. Because you're a piece of shit father who's having an affair. I didn't watch that video. I kind of passively watched it, but it's 8 minutes long. I didn't even know it was 8 minutes long because I wasn't looking at it, obviously. But I folded laundry to that video. I just sat there while she was going on, and I forgave
you after everything you did to your wife. You know that one time you got caught sleeping with your wife's best friend, who also was your best friend's wife? Funny how that works. You just forgot about it.
You know I don't fold laundry that nice because none of those hand gestures made any sense. I just let it happen, partially because I've given up on my algorithm. I know we all like to think our algorithm is a cute little puppy that we can train, teach it how to sit, tell it what things to go after, but I've given up. My algorithm I would compare to a street cat. All it's ever offering me are things that are recently dead. Maybe it killed them or something else killed them, but either way, it's just always something fairly morbid and depressing. And I just let it happen. Much like a lot of the relationships that I've come across my feed recently. And I don't think I'm the only one. Remember that guy that went viral 2 weeks ago because he filmed his lady getting ready for a pickleball match, and a lot of people thought that was satire, and then he had to go on TikTok and go, guys, leave her alone. And a majority of us went, oh no, we were holding out for you, bro. We swore you were kidding. We swore on everything that was holy that you were kidding. And here you are to prove us wrong that you were for real. That's tough, my guy. That is tough. In a way, though, I like that our society is just completely melted down in ways, you know. Your love used to be your love. And it was whatever you and your maybe broken, toxic, freaky relationship, whatever it was for you. And you navigated it on your own. You didn't have people telling you what to do, but now your love is for everyone to judge, you know? This was your wedding? Fuck your wedding. Yo, that's your spouse? Fuck your spouse. This is my spouse. Fuck my spouse. And let me watch. Regardless of what type of relationship you have now, poly, monogamous, furry, whatever, when you put it online, regardless of what type of love you have to offer, we've all seen this comment. May this love never find me. Which is, who gives a shit what type of love you're afraid of? May this love never... Who... Fuck you. Sometimes I want to tell those people, because I look at who they are, and I want to say, you know what? Shut up. Sometimes you don't get to choose your love, okay? Sometimes your love is a polycule, and that's just what you're going to find in this life. Sometimes your love is a white rapper who raps to you on your wedding day.
She goes, oh my God, we should rap the wedding vows.
Weeks before hip-hop artist Aaron Mariah Sawyer
I love when a news channel likes to report the news with a fucking cod mic.
This week, downtown, a man contracts an illness after getting hit with a bucket of diarrhea.
Weeks before hip-hop artist Aaron Mariah Sawyer said "I do" in their front yard, they decided to rap their wedding vows.
And that's how we met, was through hip-hop and rap, so it was just like perfect.
They wanted to surprise their 100 wedding guests, so after their paper vows, they broke the tradition with a beat. And the bride and the groom went from love to lyrics.
I need this in better quality. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let's get this one. Run that one back, Sam. I'm not even gonna just run it back, and I'm not even gonna.
I'm sorry for being white. I'm sorry for being white. I'm sorry for being white.
Now you might be inclined to hate on this couple, and you would be well within your rights.
I am making you alright. Do something real. Hey, when you tell me how you feel. We love me every day. When you buy your every day.
Do you want something real?
Yeah.
Will you always tell me how you feel?
Yeah.
Will you love me every day? Will you bow your head and pray? You like that?
Look, there's something about this that I can give a little bit of credit to, which is, they're on beat. I'm not going to lie. I actually don't mind this. I think the only part that makes me uncomfortable is it's being performed in daytime. You know what's funny about this is I think if they did this at the reception, it'd be fine. I think it's just such a hard tone shift. That's why anyone wants to talk badly about it, because it's unconventional to start breaking out into mutual song. I think it's just probably not a surprise to the people that know them. And honestly, looking at them on the surface, I would have assumed they're like, I don't know, trip hop artists, whatever you want to call it. These two, and someone says these two did a duo rap song at their wedding, I would go, for sure. How was it? To me, just looking at them on the surface, it doesn't surprise me. But I don't think anyone would be talking shit about them if they just did it at the reception. But because they broke convention, they said, no, fuck that. Fuck that. We're the headliners of this show. We're doing some original material. And if you've been to a wedding, I mean, weddings can they can kind of. I also give them credit because as the person going to the wedding, this is entertaining. It is something to look at. Normally, weddings are people exchanging vows into windy lavalier microphones that are not synced with the speaker, and you're just sitting in the crowd and you're getting a broken sort of and then they give up and they just turn the speaker off, or it's someone holding a wireless microphone and they don't know how to turn it on. It's just, it's just a dragged out 20-minute sequence of this. Is that okay? When Darren and I was my. So the first thing I appreciate is that the audio is clear. I've never been to a wedding where I heard every word into a microphone crystal fucking clear. So there was a sound check before this. God bless them for that. Secondly, as someone sitting through the wedding, I mean, as you get older, you sit through weddings, you see vows. I know it's special, it's supposed to be heartwarming, but you go to enough of them, you're going, all right, man. Till death do us part type shit. Let's get to the, you know? So I'm very appreciative. If I'm in the crowd of this, I'm not laughing. A lot of the comments are like, man, if I saw this, I'm laughing. If it's me,
We don't say how you feel. Yeah. We don't eat every day. Yeah.
now I'm just picturing them with their friends some years later, and they go, "You remember our vows?" They go, "No, not quite. Don't worry about it. Let me hit the ox. I'll get you on our vows real quick." Honestly, if someone played an instrumental before I'm about to deliver my vows, I can't promise that I wouldn't just black out and just start battle rapping my wife. I might destroy the event with bars. I might literally just burn that shit down. I'll just be delivering the coldest shit you ever heard, and in the middle of the wedding, Don DeMarco. That's for all my battle rap fans. That's for all my battle rap incels. You know, another type of love that's been featured on my algorithm that you probably don't want to find you is this type of love.
Not only did you having an affair just it shattered our marriage, but it also, like, all of that guilt and shame, you like hoisted that on me. Like, you gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society you're put in that position. It's certainly not true.
I watched about 30 minutes of that podcast just because of the clips, and the tension in this hour-long conversation, man, I don't think even the producers of any Nathan Fielder show could capture that type of discomfort. Universal Studios is going to figure out how to sample this, and they're going to put it in a spray, and they're going to hit you in the nostrils with it when you go through a haunted house, because that is the tension and discomfort is like nothing I've ever seen. Honestly, if I could just give a accurate representation of what I felt like I was watching, I felt like I was watching two people hold up pieces of their dead dog. Like it, you know, and it's rotted and a carcass in front of them. And I felt like they were just going through it and going, and this is the stomach he used to digest with. I know, it looks like a shriveled, novelty-sized whoopee cushion, but that's his cute little stomach, and that's where his food used to go. You feel that? That's exactly how that shit felt. You know, another type of love you don't want to find you is this right here. This is the meanest thing I think I've read in a while. Gen Z women are deliberately dating ugly men. Could shreking cure dating fatigue? If I could put this in terms that I don't normally speak in. R.I.P. my bro. He boomed himself. Yeah, he found out fine shit was low-key shreking him and just couldn't handle it. Shreking is a new term referring to the act of intentionally dating someone seen as less attractive than you in the hope that they will treat you better. It plays on the idea that many did the CIA write this shit? That many Gen Zers are struggling to find partners, whether that be IRL or online. This is brutal because this is kind of like when you approach someone and you go, "Are you pregnant?" Or "When are you due?" It's crazy if you bring a partner to some type of hangout and maybe they go to the bathroom and your people look at you and they go, "Yo, so like you're shreking too?" Because I started shreking and it's like it's the best shit ever. Also, what a crazy self-important thing. Clearly I'm Fiona, right? While it may be funny to watch the videos and have a giggle over someone's getting shreked story, dating down is never a good idea. It's a defense mechanism. And look, we get it. We're Gen Zers. Would you ever say that, man? If you're in your 20s right now, would you ever say that shit? No. We're Gen Zers, just like you, trying to navigate the ghosters and love bombers. Nah, man. Nah. And just like that, I'm freaked out by this Instagram post. I think this Instagram post has eyes. I think this post has eyes and ears, and it's listening to me. Matter of fact, I feel its hands coming through the screen. It's trying to touch me, man. I'm good on that. Close that. Let's move on.
You think I'm about to ask you to marry me more than once and you say no?
Worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no 42 times, maybe 43. Woman finally says yes to boyfriend who proposed 43 times in 7 years. Can I get the math on that? Let me reach out to my data team. Let me just patch in here. I'm getting it. That is roughly too many fucking times a year. Look, dude, that's 6 times a year. 6.14 for being academic about it. What's 0.1 of a proposal? Is that just maybe dropping your right foot back and she looks at you and goes, don't even think about it. Maybe he was thinking about it. 0.1 of a proposal, it was in his eyes, and she just shook her head. 6 times a year for 7 years, man, roughly, okay? That's only 42 completed proposals. This is red zone now. That's 42 completed proposals. 0.14 proposals per year, right? That was up top. He did enough proposals with his eyes year over year to count as one proposal in the league. 43 times over 7 years, that amounts to roughly, if you're averaging it, minimum once every other month. And I don't even know how old they are. Judging by this image, probably 71 and 72. That's probably why she locked it in, because they don't have much time left. Once every other month, that's a lot, dude. Even in a year, to be proposed to, like at the beginning of the summer and then after summer, because you would go January, March, May, July, August. That's like on New Year's Eve, a St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July, September 11th, Thanksgiving. I mean, you're hitting major holidays at least. That shit's crazy. A woman said yes to her boyfriend after his 43rd proposal. Luke Wintrip, man, don't name him, dude. Luke Wintrip had been keen to marry his then girlfriend Sarah since 2018. The first time the tattoo artist popped the question early into the UK couple's relationship, Sarah promptly rejected him. I just said no. We've only been together for 6 months, she recalled. The marketing executive added, I loved him, but I didn't want to say yes to something I later retracted. But Luke persisted, planning one extravagant proposal after another over the course of 7 years. He rented out a castle in Prague, arranged candlelit dinners, and planned a horseback riding excursion on a Jamaican beach, all in a bid to win Sarah over. Well, see, guys, here you have it. You have your answer right here. The motherfucker's too good at proposing. Props to her. She hedged her bets. She got that first proposal in a castle, and she was like, What happens if I say no? Well, love, I'll try again. Really? Yes, love. Anything for you. Huh. So you're going to do the castle thing maybe again? Well, of course not. I'm going to do something different. I've already done the castle, and that's not done it for you, so I got to try something different. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. Huh. It's a maybe for now. During his 42nd proposal, Sarah promised Luke, next time you ask, I'm going to say yes, but just you wait. After a year went by, Luke took Sarah to Greenwich in southeast London, where Greenwich Mean Time, the yearly average or mean of the time each day, when the sun crosses the prime meridian at the Royal Observatory Greenwich, is kept. He said, this is the center of the world, and you are the center of the world, and I want you to marry me. And then Sarah, at long last, replied with one simple word, yes. He finally won my heart. Apparently this story is pretty old because there's another story here of them trying to have their wedding and she contracted sepsis. Holy shit, dude. Dude, you know, in stories like these, the comments are just a bloodbath, man. Another headline. I finally broke down and settled for the guy I didn't really want. Dump her, dude. Now that's what I call fucking yikes. Wow, I have extra spines for sale. Look, man, I'm not in this relationship, okay? I'm not in it. And if anything, I think you would look at this and you would go, may this love find me. I think you might say that. Someone who will withstand 43 of your rejections and go, I'll literally take you to the center of the world. If that means you'll say yes. I mean, I think that's the kind of love you want finding you, is it not? That's some pretty loyal love right there. Deep. Now this one's old as shit, but I just like it because it's so, like, just, man, what a morbid move. Russian man stages own death before proposing to girlfriend. September 5th, 2012, the nuptials promise of Till Death Do Us Part got an intriguing twist in the Russian city of Omsk when a woman, can I say that right? When a woman received an elaborate marriage proposal from her boyfriend who she thought had just died. Irina Kolikov was caught off guard when she turned up to meet her boyfriend, Alexei, but found what appeared to be a horrific car accident when she arrived. Dude. I mean, this is genius. Little did Kolikov know when she arranged to meet Alexei at a predetermined location in the southwestern Siberian city that she was about to have one of the most horrifying and then happiest moments of her life. We arranged to meet at a certain place. I don't want to do it. We'd arranged to meet at a certain place, but when I arrived, there were mangled cars everywhere, ambulances, smoke, and carnage. Brother, this guy's using the Mission Impossible fucking executive producers to put together his proposal scene. When I saw Alexei covered in blood lying in the ground, a paramedic told me he was dead, and I just broke down in tears. Horrified, she walked away, sobbing. Meanwhile, Alexei emerged from the ambulance behind her, giggling and holding flowers in a single golden mylar balloon. His face was covered in fake blood and his head wrapped in gauze. Alexei ran up to his love, who was so distraught that when her boyfriend approached her, she shoved him off while crying uncontrollably. Dude, just looking like the It clown with that balloon. Baby, I love you. Terrifying, dude. Even if you were just slightly high, I mean, probably freak you the fuck out, no? Even when the sparklers went off in the background, Kolikov still had no clue that she'd been had. It took some close consoling before she was calm enough for Alexei to get down on bended knee and ask her to be his wife. I have to wonder, is this like a goth raver couple? Do they both enjoy horror movies or something? Okay, here we go. You know, and as I read this, I'm going to look you in the eyes and say, may this love find you. May this love find you. No, don't protest now. I want this love to find you. May this type of love make it to you swiftly, immediately. May this love replace the love that is currently in your life. May this love be stronger than the love you currently experience. I want this love to be the last love you experience. I want this in your life. This will be in your life. This will be in your life. He hired a film director, a scriptwriter, stuntman, and makeup artist to make his proposal one of the most truly memorable moments of Kolikov's life. I wanted her to... Oh, here you go. Here you go. When you talk about master manipulation, when people talk about, I met this absolute demon online, are they beating this? I wanted her to realize how empty her life would be without me. And how life would have no meaning without me. I think it worked. That is crazy. Anyways, check this dude out with 6 wives. When hubby introduces us to a BBL IG model with no kids talking about 6th wife.
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love.
Yeah, this is it.
I know the multi-wife units, they get a lot of flack. Sometimes I think they're just planning for the future, you know? Because as you get older, you know, it's tougher to see friends. People, they get busy, new jobs, they move, they have kids. It's just tougher to link up. I wonder if this is just one diabolical plan between 5 girls to go, hey, we're going to have a girls' trip forever. We'll all have kids, and then we're going to raise them in the same house. But we have a plan on how we do this. How do we do this, Alexis? We each get a husband, right? But it's one husband. People are going to look at us crazy, but they don't understand. We don't let him leave. That's our husband. That's our thing. It's our project. And then that way, it just gets to be a girls' trip for 70 years straight. And they don't have to waste time talking about each other's husbands and relationships because they're all in the same one. They just optimize. It's just pure girls' time. It's just all them chilling out. And they trick this dude. They're like, hey, buddy, you want to have 5 wives? He goes, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I would love 5 wives. And they go, good. What the fuck is this on my wrist? It's a high voltage taser. If you ever decide to leave this 10-acre property, you're toast. On that note, let's see this guy getting kicked in the nuts. I can't show them all, but I've seen a lot of those on Instagram. You know, dudes on their knees in parking lots getting kicked in the balls. I think if you're filming that and you're lingering longer than one kick, you know, if you don't just get it like a snap and leave, I think you're curious. I think you want that love to find you. I think you're queuing up to get her information. Hey, do you only kick him in the nuts, or are you kicking everyone in the nuts? And just for any of the boys watching that just saw the girl kicking him in the nuts, may that love find you. May that love find you. No. Put the phone down. What are you doing? May that love find you, brother. I put that love on you. I want you to have that, man. Straight to the nuts. Have that love, brother. I want it for you. That's right. Amen. Hey, if you look at all these relationships and maybe you want a greater message in all this, I don't have one. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.